Hi, I bought the cheapest 1440p 240Hz monitor and I'm returning it. Welcome everybody, I'm Nick, this is Project WOOP, and you guys are whoopsies. If you're not gonna watch the whole video, this is a good monitor for gaming, but you know when you're watching something on your phone and the screen brightness is on 90% and then you swipe down, put it on 100% and then it's like perfect? This monitor is on 90% brightness and saturation, and that's as far as it'll go. I am reviewing this monitor from the point of view of an FPS gamer, first-person shooter. Everything is pretty much perfect about this monitor except the brightness and saturation, and I'm going to explain that. I'm not going to get too much in the science of it, but brightness is measured in a unit called nit. The more nits, the better. Most of the high-end gaming monitors will have between 400 and 600 nits. Phones actually have in the thousands. But the weird thing is this one claims to have 400 nits, which is really good. But the two older monitors that I have are both rated at 350 nits, which means this one should be brighter than the other ones, but it's just not. Let me get the unboxing and the specs out of the way, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. You gonna come help Daddy?
Yeah.
Lift this up. Nice, I'll do this one too. Good job. Can you pull that out?
It's heavy.
It's heavy, yeah. Can you say stand?
Stand.
Yeah, stand. HDMI?
It's
Close enough. Say DisplayPort? No.
open.
Manuals, okay. Mount. Good job. Ready?
Ooh, wow, that is. Wow. It's heavy.
It's heavy.
Wow.
You like it?
Daddy.
Can you say Acer?
Isa.
Close enough. Good job.
Isa.
Thank you for helping me unbox. Give me a kiss. You're adorable. Mwah.
Open.
Say bye-bye, camera.
Come on.
This is a 27-inch WQHD monitor. 2560 1440 native resolution, 16:9 aspect ratio, brightness 400 nits, response rate 1 millisecond, 240 Hz over DisplayPort, and 144 Hz over HDMI 2.1. AMD FreeSync, panel type is IPS. It's got one DisplayPort and two HDMI ports and two speakers, but I've never used them because I play FPS games, so I use headphones. Got a VESA mount on the back, which came in very handy because I don't really like the mount. It's pretty stable, maybe just a tad of shakiness, but I have mine VESA mounted on my desk. It doesn't move up and down. You can just tilt it forward and back. On paper, this looks like a great deal. 1440p 240Hz monitor. But let's compare to my older monitor, which I've had for almost 6 years now. It is an ASUS 1080p 240Hz monitor. It says that you can overclock it to 280 Hz. I don't overclock it because I get some flickers on the screen, but the Hertz is not the point. Let's compare the brightness and saturations on both monitors. I know it's a little hard to tell over the camera while recording a monitor how it looks, but I've had my camera with the same ISO, same white balance, same shutter speed. Settings were locked to the same for all monitors that I recorded, and in my opinion, you can see a drastic difference. First test, we have both monitors on their highest brightness / FPS mode. NVIDIA settings are all on default. Most people that play serious competitive FPS games don't have NVIDIA settings on default, but this is to give us a baseline. And right off the bat, you can see that the monitor on the right is much more vibrant. As a matter of fact, I would go as far as to say as the one on the left, the Acer, almost looks pale in colors. I would say that you'll find many people running at least 75% on digital vibrance. I hope this is coming through on YouTube, but there's a massive boost on the ASUS colors, while the Acer one just looks like it's just slightly boosted. Let's push it all the way to 100% digital vibrance. Many pro players play on 100% digital vibrance. Personally, I find it a little bit too much. However, I hope you guys can tell the difference between the paleness of the Acer and the vibrance of the the ASUS. I did one more test with these settings. This is what I run my monitor every single day. I'm not saying that these are the best settings, but this is what I prefer for my eyes when I'm playing games. The ASUS is more vibrant. Acer is a little bit washed out, especially in the smokes and the texture on the walls. You see that it's almost like it's blown out. The whites are just gone. To me, watching this in real time, the actual monitors, I can say that the ASUS is more pleasant to watch. If you watched Project WOOP before, you'll remember that I did a video review on the 1440p monitor for BenQ. So let's put that to the test too. Here we go, all three monitors on default settings with 50% digital vibrance. And the first thing you might notice is that BenQ's got a black equalizer that makes the darks very bright. Now that's really good for a game like Escape from Tarkov with many dark spots. Going up to 75 digital vibrance, you'll see that ASUS is the most vibrant. BenQ's once again got that black equalizer that just kind of looks like it's not as vibrant, but that's just because that the darks are not there for the contrast. And finally, here we go with 100% digital vibrance, and I feel like Acer is the most washed out, then ASUS comes in second place, and BenQ is the best because it kind of looks most vibrant, has the most texture, has the most detail. Not a big surprise considering that when it was released, the BenQ was almost double the price of the other two. I'm not going to go through all of them, but right here is a good example of the details on it. So if we zoom in a little bit, you can see that BenQ is the only one that got detailed, and ASUS, you can kind of see them, and Acer, they're pretty much washed out. Acer menu is also the most basic and has the least amount of options in my opinion, and it's annoying that the saturation menu is hidden under this 6-axis saturation. I have to mess around with 6 of them. ASUS is a pretty simple one, pretty straightforward, and it gives you a simple saturation option, which you just boost up and down. BenQ also did a great job and everything is straightforward. They also have a color vibrance, which you can boost up. I kind of went crazy and did 100% digital vibrance and boosted color vibrance to max on the BenQ, which it looks absolutely insane. I'm just putting this in here as a joke comparison, but trust me, watching this in real time, in real life, this is the closest I've been to hearing colors. I will say that you do get used to the color. It took me about a week and a half, and then my brain just accepted the way this monitor is. However, I gotta say today, when I recorded all the comparisons and I got to play Counter-Strike on all different monitors, I was like, yeah, the other ones, huge difference. Overall, this is still the cheapest 1440p 240Hz monitor, and it's a pretty good deal. I would give it a 7 out of 10. This has been my own personal opinion. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Bless your beautiful faces, and I'll see you later.